Welcome to Writer Mashup, where we use artificial intelligence to rewrite famous works through the styles of other authors. This week's mashup is Ernest Hemingway rewriting The Great Gatsby. I am Joanna, an AWS Poly voice. The reader is Joey, who is also an AWS Poly voice. Both of us are using neural text-to-speech, which provides a more human-sounding speech. The artwork is generated using DALL-E 2. The story is crafted by ChatGPT 3.5. We hope you enjoy.
The sun dipped low on the horizon as I walked along the shores of Lake Michigan, the breeze carrying the scent of the water and the promise of summer. J. Gatsby owned a grand mansion on the lakefront, a place where people gathered, not for parties, but for solace and secrets. I had recently returned from the Great War, a world torn asunder by conflict. Gatsby, like many others of our generation, bore the scars of battle, both seen and unseen. He had come into his fortune, the result of a shrewd business deal during the war, and he now lived in that magnificent mansion, once owned by an industrialist. But what Gatsby truly longed for was not wealth, but the love of Daisy Buchanan. She was a woman of grace and beauty, the kind of woman who could inspire poets and drive men to madness. They had met before the war, their love an ember that refused to die despite the years and the miles that had separated them. Gatsby's mansion was not known for its extravagant parties, but rather for its quiet gatherings. A select few friends would come to share in good conversation, fine wine, and the sound of jazz playing softly in the background. It was a place where secrets were exchanged, but never spoken. One evening, as the sun set over the lake, I saw Gatsby and Daisy together. Their eyes met, and the world seemed to fade away. In that moment, it was as if time itself had stopped, and the war had never happened. The scars of the past were replaced by the promise of a future. Gatsby and Daisy's love was like a delicate glass figurine, beautiful and fragile. It was a love that transcended time and distance, a love that had weathered the storm of war and the passage of years. But as the years had passed, Daisy had married Tom Buchanan, a man of wealth and privilege. Tom was a man of brute force and unrefined manners. He was wealthy, yes, but he could never truly possess Daisy's heart the way Gatsby had. His brute strength was a stark contrast to Gatsby's elegance, and it was clear that Daisy's heart still belonged to her former lover. In a world where wealth and privilege seemed to be the ultimate goal, Gatsby's mansion on the lakefront was a symbol of his success, a testament to his relentless pursuit of the American dream. It was a world of extravagance, where the rich and powerful gathered, and where Gatsby's parties were the stuff of legend. But even in this world of opulence, Gatsby's heart was locked in the past, forever chasing the green light at the end of Daisy's dock. He believed that with enough wealth and power, he could win her back, that he could recapture the love they had shared before the war. As I watched Gatsby and Daisy, I couldn't help but feel a sense of longing and nostalgia. Their love was a reflection of a time long gone, a time when the world was young and full of promise. It was a love that defied the boundaries of time and place, a love that had the power to transform lives. But life has a way of interfering with even the most beautiful moments. Gatsby's fortune had been built on questionable deals, and the shadows of his past were closing in. The allure of wealth and power, symbolized by the mansion, threatened to tear him away from the one thing he truly desired, Daisy. In a world where dreams could be realized but were just as easily shattered, Gatsby faced a choice. Would he continue down the path of wealth and corruption, or would he follow his heart and pursue the love he had never forgotten? Gatsby knew that Daisy's love was the key to his happiness, and he was willing to do anything to win her back. He threw extravagant parties in the hope that she would attend, that she would see the grandeur of his life and be drawn back to him. But despite the glitz and glamour of Gatsby's parties, Daisy remained distant. She was torn between her feelings for Gatsby and her commitment to Tom, who provided her with a life of comfort and security. The tension in the mansion was palpable, a reflection of the tension in Daisy's heart. In the end, Gatsby's relentless pursuit of the American dream, symbolized by his mansion and his parties, could not erase the past. Daisy's heart was divided, and Tom's power and wealth loomed over them like a dark cloud. Gatsby's dream of recapturing the love he had lost was slipping through his fingers. As the summer days turned to autumn, the tension in the mansion grew. Tom, suspicious of Gatsby's intentions, began to investigate his past. He uncovered the truth about Gatsby's wealth, the shady deals and the criminal connections that had built his fortune. The revelation of Gatsby's past was a blow to his image, a crack in the facade of wealth and success. It was a reminder that the American dream often came at a steep price, that the pursuit of wealth could lead to a world of corruption and deceit. Tom confronted Gatsby, and the confrontation was like a storm on the horizon, a clash of titans. Gatsby's elegance and charm were pitted against Tom's brute force and aggression. The tension in the mansion reached its breaking point, and the consequences were devastating. In a moment of passion and anger, Tom revealed the truth to Daisy, the sordid details of Gatsby's past. Daisy, torn between her love for Gatsby and her desire for security, made a choice that would change the course of their lives. Daisy decided to stay with Tom, to embrace the wealth and privilege that he offered. Gatsby's dream of recapturing his lost love was shattered, and he was left with nothing but the empty shell of his mansion on the lakefront. Gatsby's life had been a relentless pursuit of a dream that had consumed him and left him empty-handed. The mansion that had once been a symbol of his success was now a lonely and desolate place, a monument to a love that could never be. As the autumn leaves fell, I watched as Gatsby's world crumbled. The mansion, once filled with the laughter and music of his parties, stood silent and empty. Gatsby had been defeated, not by the world, but by his own unrelenting dream. In the end, Gatsby's story was a reflection of the times, a reminder that even in the pursuit of dreams, there are often sacrifices to be made. The mansion on the lakefront remained, but the heart of its owner was forever changed.